So I think my argument is right, and yours is totally wrong and off-based, and I won.
Great money debates where fire ignites. Joe and Craig go toe to toe each night. Cash and clout, no time to wait. Tune in now to the Great Money Debate.
Well, welcome to another episode of the Great Financial Money Debates with Craig Cash and Joe Money. Here's how it works. We're given a topic. We're not given any pre-warning of the topic. We immediately have to choose one side of the argument. The other one has to debate the other side of the argument. Whether we believe it or not, we have to argue it as if we fully believe it deep into our soul. At the end, we want to hear from you. Who won? Was it Joe Money? That's what you should just comment that right now. Or did Craig Cash win? Which we know he didn't. And we duke it out. At the end of it, we're actually going to have kind of an after talk of what do we really think we believe. And we would love to hear your thoughts in the conversation. Today's question is,
should parents financially help their children after the age of 18? That's the topic, right?
Yes.
That's the topic. I'm going to say no. They shouldn't.
you have the right to be wrong.
Thank you.
Okay.
I also have the right to be right.
Defend your...
Well, listen. You have your child from 0 to 18, right?
And this is such a strong argument.
Well,
I really appreciate that.
Everything needs an introduction.
Okay.
The conclusion is where it really hits.
I'm listening for the plot.
Once they hit age 18, they become, what do they say, adults, legal adults. Here's the reality. What your child or what you as a human believe from 0 to 18, that's the time that you're learning, understanding, trying to take next steps. Once you hit the age 18, I believe that you as a person need to take the lessons, take the teaching, and start taking steps on your own. Because if you are helped and given all these extra pieces, you're never going to be able to build yourself to a point where you can sustain financially into the future.
So listen, I have a question.
Yeah, I'm ready.
How old are children typically when their parents pass on from this life? What is the average age of a child when their parent passes on from this earth? Do you know the average age range?
I'm gonna take a wild guess. 46.
No, it's like late 50s to mid 60s. That's typically it. Okay. Now listen to this. Is that after age 18?
Depends on how you look at it, but I'm gonna say
Okay, I think that's after age 18. So are you arguing that they should not even be given an inheritance because that would be helping kids past age 18 with money?
I would take the Warren Buffett route. No, I think you should give it to causes that you...
Warren Buffett is giving some of his money that starts with a B to his 3 children. But he's not giving
them the
billions with a Z.
Yeah.
But he is helping them with money.
That would be like me giving my son $20.
Okay. No, it's not, because it's a billion. That's not the same.
I'm saying the equivalent is like...
No, it's not the equivalent.
If I give my son $20...
We're giving them a billion.
No, I don't think he's giving him a billion. That's neither here nor there. We'll see.
My argument is that parents in general are going to help their kids with money when they die.
Yeah, but
with an inheritance. So that's already true. So your argument is already terrible.
No,
so they're going to do it because you already say you want an inheritance, and so that's helping kids with money. Now I'm gonna reel this back. Craig Cash, I'm sorry that you're just inferior in your arguing here.
You're just saying that will happen. I'm saying it shouldn't happen.
You're saying parents shouldn't give money to their kids.
They shouldn't give
when they die. Well, it says in the Bible that Proverbs 13:22, a good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children.
Yeah, but that doesn't say that. It doesn't.
It literally is interpreted an inheritance of money.
It says who?
It says the language of Hebrew.
No, we just give inheritance of money, but maybe it's talking about inheritance of wisdom.
Because when I think of inheritance, that's what I typically think of.
Yeah, but
I received an inheritance.
We live in a Western culture.
All right. Well, let's continue on why I'm right. So let's dial it back. I believe that it is absolutely appropriate to help children past age 18 with money if they are utilizing the money in a way that helps them advance in their life. If it is to help them bail out of horrible, dumb financial decisions, well, I would call that enabling. But if it is to help them advance, there's an excellent person right now, you can YouTube it, is writing a concept called Die with Zero. And the idea that he proposes is that money received earlier in life has greater utility than money received later in life. So he's saying if you're 51 like my age is right now, that $10,000 has far less impact on my life than on a 25-year-old daughter, for instance. That $10,000 in the hand of a 25-year-old may help them acquire a house. I don't need to acquire a house. I have a house, right? So the power of that to advance them financially is so much greater in the hands of a 25-year-old who's energetic and fired up and got big dreams and all this stuff than in the hands of a 51-year-old tired person. And so I would just say that we should absolutely do that. We should absolutely help them. I like this die with zero concept that if my children need help starting a business, if they need help advancing in positive ways financially, and I have the ability and means to do so, and it does not rob me of, providing for me and my bride, we are absolutely going to do it, and check with me in 30 years and see if it worked out.
I don't think that's a bad concept. My argument would be, instead of giving the money, which I think is the key point of this, is like, I could use the $10,000, or let's just take that number, or I could give the $10,000 to my child when they're 24. Instead of that, I would say a better thought or a better next step would be, what can I do with the $10,000, and then invite them into being a part of it so that they can learn and they can grow. Maybe it's, hey, I'm going to do this investment and I want you to help me navigate it, and I'll, you can maybe pay them as part of a business, but that's not you just giving them money. That, I think there's ways to do it that are, instead of saying, hey, I'm going to give you this, I'm going to invite you into an opportunity. That's a totally different thing. There's an angle there.
You already argued that all the education should happen before age 18.
Yeah, it should.
That's what you said. So what you're saying here is you want to educate them after. And you're going to make decisions with your money and continue to educate them.
I'm throwing you a bone to try and help you.
Okay. I think my argument is so much better, that if we have the ability and the means to do so, to help equip them to advance further in life, that it would be much better that they would receive that in their 20s, in their 30s, than for me to hold on to it until I die, and then suddenly they get it, should the Lord grant me life, into my 80s, and they get it in their 60s. Like they're going to yawn and be like, what is this? Right? So I think my argument is right, and yours is totally wrong and off-based, and I won. Joe Money won.
I think so. Yours is totally wrong and off base is so funny. Yours is just off base. What do you really okay. Done. Colin, who you think won? I will say this. I've heard that I must have seen an article a couple of years ago that was talking about that idea of the utility of money when you're in your really 20s and 30s.
Yeah.
And what that could mean. And man, that actually really stuck with me, because it is so true. Like, when I was 21, if someone had done that,
if they give you $10K and you have a clear plan on how to use it at 20,
oh man,
the advancement, simply because of the energy you have at 20, the ideas you have at 20, your willingness to take risk at 20, is so much different than when you're 50 or 60 or 70. Your tolerance and appetite for risk declines so substantively that, and your energy level and your really interest in it. And so that's why but the argument I think we would totally agree on is, if you've got a kid who's, using the money for a drug issue, they're using it because they take all their money they produce and go gamble it away and then come to you so that they can keep rent and buy food, that's enabling, and that will help no one. And I will tell you, one of the greatest things that I have to deal with people is helping them navigate adult children who are doing childlike behavior with their money. And now they have grandkids, and they're using the grandkids as a sympathy tool to try to work mom and dad for more money. It's horrible.
Yeah.
So, hey, we would love to hear your thoughts. Comment it below. Comment for sure that Joe Money won the argument, and I'll be forever grateful. Thank you. We'll see you for another great money debate.
Peace.
Hey friends, thanks so much for watching this video. Hey, can I ask you to do a couple things for us? One, thumbs up if you like the video, subscribe so you never miss out on content, And check out the next video. I think you'll find it helpful too.